Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my meditation that I do every day. I record it and release it because maybe somebody out there can get something out of it. I read out of three religious texts, three of the major religious texts: the Bible, the Quran, and I'm working out of an introductory paperback book called The Shape of Suffering. It's a Buddhist text. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, they sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. Never give up on yourself. Love yourself. Never give up on yourself. Find your joy. Find your love. Find your peace. Find your hope. Find it. Never give up on yourself, because if you have yourself, you have everything. You can always rebuild. I usually cover each text twice a week, and in a rotation. So I'm back. Right now, today's rotation is back in the Holy Quran. It's chapter 2, section 24, verse 189 through 196. They ask thee of the new moons, say, they are times appointed for men and for the pilgrimage, and it is not righteous that you enter the houses of their backs, but he is righteous who keeps his duty. And go into the houses by their doors, and keep your duty to Allah, that you may be successful. And fight in the way of Allah against those who fight against you, but be not aggressive. Surely Allah loves not aggressors. Did you hear that, world? Did you hear that, bullies and bad guys? All you people, all you politicians who just whoremongers. Just getting us involved in wars and conflicts and things of that sort. Why? Most of the people don't want that. And here in the States, we're getting, people think because of our leaders that's what we want. We don't want our sons and daughters to be going over and hurting other folks. We don't want that. We're not all bad over here. You might think we are, but we're not. And it's a disgrace. And I've been talking about it ever since I've been active, real active. That's probably why I'm harassed and stalked and monitored. Because I'm speaking up. I don't care. I'm going to keep speaking up for what's wrong. You don't have to like it. I walk alone. I have very few friends. They have driven me into the brink of the dirt. But guess what? I'm gonna lift myself right on up with this madness. You don't think I'm not gonna talk? Yeah, I'm gonna talk even louder now. If you weren't harassing and stalking and monitoring me in the shadows, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it because you're harassing me. That's why. Who wants to live like that? Do you? Why do you think it's okay for other people to go through it, if you wouldn't want it for your life? And kill them and kill them wherever you find them, and drive them. I missed something. Hold on. Let me start back. I apologize. And fight in the way of Allah against those who fight against you, but be not aggressive. Surely Allah loves not the aggressors. And kill them wherever you find them, and drive them out from where they drove you out. And persecution, and worse than slaughter. And fight not with them at the sacred mosque until they fight with you in it. So if they fight you in it, slay them. Such is the recompense of the disbelievers. Now, they'll probably ban, hopefully they don't ban this. They banned something that when I first started being active, they shadow banned something that I read straight out of the Bible, out of the Old Testament. They banned that. They shadow banned that. I think that's what they call it. That's when I first got started. Because I found a little clause in there. So we're going to see what they say. We're going to hopefully, this is just a religious text. I'm reading it word for word, everything. I'm not going to censor anything. Enough is enough. I don't know how much people think other people are supposed to take of their abuse. I just don't. And when you're a bully and a bad guy, and you got a whole big old force behind you and weaponry, and you coming up against people that don't have anything but their hands, you're bullies. When you attack people, a few people in big numbers, you're a bully. That's what we used to call on the playground in school, bullies. I got a whole bunch of bullies and bad guys. They wish I was dead. They wish I was. Throwing dark arts on me in the shadows. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. If there's good, there's bad, baby. But if they desist, then surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. And fight them until there is no persecution. And religion is only for Allah. But if they desist, then there should be no hostility except against the oppressors. That's just like, that's kind of like an eye for an eye in the Bible. You can't do somebody in and expect that they're not going to come back. Why would you? You think it's one-sided? It's supposed to just be one-sided? This whole world is a disgrace. It was a disgrace when I was coming up. Black people have always been black people have always been harassed and mistreated. So that's nothing new, but it's even worse now. Everybody's feeling it. But it was okay when it was just the black people. We've been going through this forever, and it's just worse now. It was bad then, but it's worse on us now, but it's bad for everybody else. You all just now catching it. Now it's horrible. It's sick. But when people allow this type of behavior to go on and they don't stand up for what's right, what do you expect? I'm up here by myself standing up for righteousness, and I don't see a single soul standing anywhere near me. I'm by myself screaming to the heavens. The heavenly hosts are what's saving me. Where's everybody else at? There's no one. Don't expect anybody to be there for you. Because when you need them the most, there ain't nowhere to be found. I'm going to make it. I'm determined I'm going to make it. I'm going to be successful. The sacred month for the sacred month, and retaliation is allowed in sacred things. Whoever then acts aggressively against you, inflict injury on him according to the injury he has inflicted on you, and keep your duty to Allah, and know that Allah is with those who keep their duty. And spend in the way of Allah, and cast not yourselves to perdition with your own hands, and do good to others. Surely Allah loves the doers of good. It'll be interesting to see if they let this one, if they let this one go. It's out of a religious text. And accomplish the pilgrimage and the visit for Allah. But if you are prevented, send whatever offerings is easy to obtain. And shave not your heads until the offering reaches its destination. Then ever among you is sick or has an ailment of the head, he may effect a compensation by fasting or alms or sacrificing. And when you are secure, whoever profits by combining the visit with the pilgrimage should take whatever offering is easy to obtain. But he who cannot find an offering should fast for those days during the pilgrimage, and for 7 days when you return. These are 10 days complete. This is for him whose family is not present in the sacred mosque. And keep your duty to Allah, and know that Allah is severe in requiting evil. I wish they would come on back and avenge me, because I'm sick of people mistreating me, interfering in my life. But they're living theirs, though. Living the vida loca. But you want to restrict my life, though.